Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Schevity Craft server. This is Scoots42, still struggling to use the elevator. Welcome to another episode of Schevity Craft. I have been letting this stuff basically run out so that we can get a stockpile of wood over here, and this is working out pretty good. Today, I wanted to work a little bit more with Ender IO while we're waiting for that power to drain out. One of the things we need to do is try to get our alloy smelter upgraded. And the other thing I want to do is I kind of want to start switching over to the Ender IO item conduits. So let's take a look at what we need for that. We're going to need some pulsating iron, which we can make in an alloy smeltery with iron ingots and ender pearls, and we can make those in the induction smelter. And I have gone ahead and made up a few of these. So what I want to do real quick is see if we can't get a couple more compacting drawers. So I'll need some pistons. There we go. So I've made a couple more alloys. So I've made some pulsating iron, and I've also made some vibrant alloy, and we'll talk about the vibrant alloy here in just a minute. It might not be a bad idea to eat a little something before I starve to death. There we go. Let's get some of this stuff put up. Let's see, I guess I thought I had stuff to put up. I guess those torches can go in there, and we won't need the chisel for a little while. Those torches can go in there. And our Akashic Tome can go back in there for a little bit. There we go. So let's make some item conduits. We should have plenty of conduit binder in there. So let's say half a stack for now. And let's see. I've got you filtered to only let oak wood out. So let's see what we need to make a filter. Which I think we'll be able to get away with one of the basic filters for now, possibly. Ooh. There doesn't seem to be a recipe for those yet. Wonder if it's... Well, we might have to skip on that part for a minute. We can approach this a different way for now. I'll do a little research and see. Maybe it's just not in the JEI, and I don't remember the recipe for the filter off the top of my head. So let's take a slightly different approach to this, and we'll just make ourselves a controller slave here. So I might have a drawer in there. I do, good. And let's see, the main reason I want to do that is I want to be able to access this guy. I want him sending stuff straight over there. So let's see, how can I do this? Because I think I've got power. Yeah, I've got power under there, so I'm going to have no choice but to kind of do something like this. can I might need to make a Yeta wrench, because I don't know if I can. Oh, I can. Nice. We'll probably still make a Yeta wrench, just because that is actually my preferred wrench. Alright, so we should be able to do something like this. And let's sneak the controller slave there. I could do this with the item ducts, but it's a little easier to set this up with the item conduits, especially since I don't really want to set up extra filters if I don't have to. Because to do it, to add it to that, well, I mean, we'd have to have another slave here anyway. But if I wanted to try to tie this all together, I'd have to have extra filters, and I just don't really want to have to mess with that. So what we can do is, you're set to extract. We want you always active. Can I access you this way? Oh, I can. Nice. And we're going to set you to insert. So hopefully what we'll see, I might need to set you to output. There we go. Nice. I should be able to put you guys all back. And for now, we're not going to worry about that. We will be able to take care of that a little bit later. Right now, I think it's more important to have our stone being created, because one of the other things that I kind of want to get taken care of is I want to go ahead and get this area up here enclosed and get ourselves a proper second floor. So, I mean, this stuff is really pretty powerful. I mean, we are going through it. But we're still, I mean, this guy's still got some stuff left in him. That's crazy. It may be a while before we actually need to turn that syngas on, which will be pretty cool. So let's see what we need to do to get our alloy smelter. Looks like we're going to need another one of these iron gears. I'm surprised we haven't needed to go and get more grains of infinity yet. There we go. Cauldron, please. There we go. We need 3 furnaces. And one of these machine casings. So we need more of that organic powder stuff. So we'll need a little bit more of the organic green dye, which we can get from clippings and eggs, if I remember right. So do we have clippings in here? We have 1. So do I have any more hanging out over here somewhere? We do. Okay. And we have quite a bit of this stuff. Is there anything hanging out over here now? Okay. So let's get this stuff set in there. Clippings and eggs. I think this is one of those deals. We could do that in the alloy smeltery down here, but I think that one was still going to take a while. So let's try to do this in our... Ooh, see, we have no choice but to do it down here. There we go. So that's going to take a minute. Well, not too long. That actually is going pretty quick. There we go. So, like so. And then simple machine chassis. Did we have one of those? Don't remember. No, we sure don't. So we'll need to get one of these guys. And then was this what we could put in the alloy, in the thermal alloy smelter? No. No, not even a little bit. And that's actually not doing too bad. Alright, so let's take a look over here in the... Well, let's take a nap, I guess. No? It's starting to look like it was dark out there for a second. So I should have some conductive iron in here too. Nice. Let's see. I guess I can put some of this stuff up. Because originally I was thinking I was going to do like an ender chest and do some more filtering over here to get our stone over here. But then I remembered we can make item conduits now, so that's going to definitely help this out a little bit. Let's see, how's the alloy smelter doing down here? Nice, there's our machine chassis. So we should be able to get an alloy smelter here pretty quick. Nice. And we are going to need a capacitor. I'm hoping we can get 2 of these. I'm not sure. Oh, we are out of the grains. We are out. So let's see. Do I have... I do not, it looks like. So we'll need a flint and steel. Let's see, let's take this one. What was that? I don't really need any of the other of that stuff, so we'll just ditch that one. Let's get our sword ready, because it sounds like we have a visitor on the other side of the door there. We need to get some more of those grains of peasiality, I think they called it. Where did I have that little... Thought it was... Oh, it's down this way, okay. Right down here we go. And it can take a minute or two. Definitely fun having some new mechanics. That is for sure. Tell you what I wouldn't mind doing is trying to figure out some way to automate this. I think we can if we have something, like auto crafting as flint and steel, and maybe with some mechanical users, we might be able to set something up to kind of get this stuff for us in an auto fashion. And there we definitely got a few. Might be fun to set something up a little bit different too. We could always do something like fire charges, or we could. I think we could have some fun with it. I'll kind of look into seeing if there's different ways. How many did we get? 3? Maybe we'll do this one more time and try to get a couple more. I don't think I've ever had a mod that had me use bedrock in this manner. And I can't say for certain that they don't exist, but I can certainly say I've never played with one that was like this. Kind of neat to have a use for bedrock. I do wish there was a way we could mine it. And I'll keep looking for a way to do it. I don't think that there is. Maybe charge porter our way home. So we should be able to get some capacitor action going now. There we go. 1 and 2. And let's see if we can't, again, at least start off with the double layer. Nice. Very nice. So we pop you in there, and sweet. Very, very nice. It is good to have Ender IO back, that is for sure. So let's look at some of the things that I want to make with this stuff, like dark steel, for instance. This stuff right here. So to do that, we're going to need iron, obsidian, and pulverized coal. So let's see how much obsidian we have on hand. That's kind of what I was hoping. And let's take a look at some coal. There we go. And some iron. So I think I might have an idea here. Again, I've never actually done it this way, but I think I can possibly put the iron and obsidian in here. And if we set this to pull, and you're just set to push over here, right? Or I guess let's just set you to push then. And you are set to, let's have you do nothing right now and have you push over there. So if I put you in there, well, you do. That is really nice. I really like that. So we're going to get some dark steel going here. We'll be able to do some pretty awesome stuff with dark steel. Just kind of want to watch this first one here and make sure that's what we're making. Yep, looked like dark steel to me. Sweet. That is super, super awesome. Okay, so we have some dark steel going. Now it looks like it definitely is time for a nap. I was wondering why I took damage. Did I lose my... angel ring. Whew. Oh, that's better than... I lost it because I threw it somewhere, right? See, I think I'll just put these pieces of the floor in here for now. And that alloy smelter can go back in there. And let's go ahead and get you in. And we'll just kind of hit this stuff on the way. This is one of the other things that I still haven't done. I did upgrade my tools a little bit, my tinker tools. I gave them cobalt heads. This guy I don't think I'm going to mess with too much anymore. But this guy, see, I think he's good. But these two, I think it's time to upgrade them a little bit. Because you still have a flint binding, and you still have a flint binding. So what I was looking at was these guys. Let's get our keys out here. Lock, quantify, quantify, and lock. Okay, so let's grab a couple of you. I think it's just one. Let's make sure you're off, because you should be empty now, right? Well, you still got some iron in there. It's alright. And let's get... Wow, did I never make a binding cast? That is incredible. I wonder if Schevity may have snagged it. That's possible, too. Let's get ourselves a little gold here. I know it only takes 1 ingot of aluminum brass to make the casts, but I've never thought it was that big of a deal. I mean, if I'm like super early game, I think we can put some of this back now. If I'm like super early game, I worry a little bit more about that stuff. But we're kind of at the point where I'm not going to cry too much about losing a piece of gold here or there. We'll need a piece of cobblestone. How are you doing? You are doing really good. Let's see. I think it's just going to be 1 piece. There we go. I don't think I have to worry about this gold combining with anything that's in there. We just have iron and that stuff. So that should be fine in there. See how our power's doing while we're waiting for that to smelt down. It's like you are almost out of there. And I've already collected our ender tanks off the top because they were totally empty. It says it's empty, but it looks like there's a little bit of liquid in there. Okay. So you guys are still full of naphtha. So these should slowly start to burn out. And what I'll probably do is work on making refined fuel kind of the old-fashioned way. Possibly. We'll just have to see. I'm not sure. I might go with thermal to get it, because we're going to need some fractioning stills. From thermal. So I may just go ahead and use some pulverizers from thermal. Where do you go? This guy. I may just do some more of those guys, because we're going to need to pulverize some stuff. We'll need to pulverize coal, and the fractioning stills are definitely from thermal. I don't think there's any other way to get the refined fuel, which is this stuff. Because we're going to have 6 compression dynamos, and once they're fully upgraded, they do give us quite a bit Let's see, that's in a fractioning still. It comes from naphtha, and naphtha comes from crude oil or liquefied coal, which comes from crushed coal in a magma crucible. So what we would need to do is get a pulverizer, a magma crucible, and 2 of the fractioning stills. So that won't be terrible. So let's get back to our Tinker smeltery over here. All right. You on the bottom, please, sir. And then we'll want you next. There we go. So, like so. And then I think this is only going to use 1 ingot. I think. So we'll double check on that. I should still have, yeah, 1 ingot in there. Nice. Put that on there. Get this back in there. So we'll want our bindings. There they are. So if I'm right about this, I looked in our book earlier and it looked like it was going to give us something pretty cool. That direct modifier. And what that should do, and I think we'll probably be able to demonstrate it easiest with the hatchet. So we come over here where we have some trees. It should just instantly teleport this stuff into my inventory, which is going to be super cool. It's going to be super useful, especially, like when I'm working around the base, because it doesn't look like experience is going to be much of a problem. A lot of times I go with copper bindings, but it's neat to have that stuff just right immediately in my inventory. I'm a pretty big fan of that. And that was with those energetic alloys. And I don't remember, I'll go over how to make the energetic alloys again here, just in case I forgot. I don't remember exactly going over it. Or no, vibrant alloys, I'm sorry. It's vibrant alloy. And that is energetic alloy with an ender pearl. And again, the energetic alloy is redstone, gold, and glowstone. And if you guys remember, I did a bunch of the liquid glowstone and liquid redstone and gold in the Tinker smeltery. And we ended up with quite a fair amount. I ended up just taking like a whole stack of our gold ore and just threw it in the smeltery, and ended up with basically right around a little over a stack of this stuff to begin with, this energetic alloy. And I took about half of it or so and was able to get us some of the vibrant alloys. And then, of course, I also did some pulsating iron, which is just iron and ender pearls. So a couple other things I want to check on. You can get a Yeta wrench, and usually this is just like electrical steel. Cool. Electrical steel. So we'll need silicon, crushed coal, and iron. So that's going to be awesome. I was just kind of curious to see, and it does look like the same recipe. We need a stone gear, and some I've had it be iron gears. All right, so let's do some things, stuff and things. The first thing I want to do is use some of this dark steel. to get this guy, the Ender. Always one of my favorites. We can upgrade this in an anvil with a vibrant crystal. So let's take a look and just see how difficult it's going to be to get one of these. Vibrant crystal, vibrant alloys around. Oh, we can do that right away. So this should work in a vanilla anvil. There is a dark steel anvil, but this should still work. We need 4. I think we can spare 4 levels. I've got this set up. This, by the way, is set to, if I can turn this around, it's set to push, as if I were standing on that. And honestly, I just think this looks kind of cool. I mean, I may end up doing away with it at some point. I just thought it looked kind of cool doing it that way. So let's go ahead and get our Ender. There we go. And let's get you charged up. Nice. And then let's see what else we can do to this guy. We need an Ender Crystal, basic capacitors to power this up. Now the Ender Crystal, I think, is going to be a little more difficult. Yeah, we're going to need a soul binder, soul vial with an Enderman, a vibrant crystal. Now the soul vials aren't terrible to get. Let's see, I think we might need... see, fused quartz. I don't know why they always show me the painted recipes. I never want them. Okay, so that's just nether quartz and an alloy smelter. I did put some more of our stuff in drawers here. Let's just do this. Will you cook in this one by any chance? No, so it's going to have to be this guy. So we're just going to have to wait. So you should... Weird, we must have gotten a lot more. We must have gotten a lot more pulverized coal than I thought we did. Or I didn't pay attention to the recipe for the dark steel. No, it is one of each. So we must have gotten... Let's see, I think we used the pulverizer. Huh. I signal that? Oh, I see what happened. We did end up getting some more because we have a 10% chance of getting an extra one. So that's cool. And then we did, of course, get a little bit of sulfur. So we're doing pretty good. I've got a little bit more upgrading to do with the drawers. And then once this is done cooking up our dark steel, I'll be able to get some stuff in there to make some fused quartz. We are just getting started with Ender.io. I mean, there is just a ton of stuff. I do wish that I knew how to make these filters. I just don't remember. I remember it being something like paper and a hopper. I wonder, I mean, the recipe might just not be NJEI. No, that's not it. I know it's close. I don't know. I'll look it up and see if I can't figure something out. Maybe we'll work on getting some filters in the next episode. I think we've gotten a fair amount done for today. So I'm going to work on getting us some more resources. We'll probably see this expanded because we've got a few more metals from Ender.io to add to the collection over here. And I think one of the last things I want to try to get into a compacting drawer over here is going to be the coal, because we can definitely get that compacted. And I apparently missed quantifying and locking a drawer here. I locked it at least. So we're starting to get some heads. How are we doing in here? We got a little bit of stuff to get rid of. Other than that, we're doing pretty good. We are doing pretty good. So this will probably be the next thing that I upgrade conduits with, because these I like the stuff from thermal. I do, but the Ender conduits are just faster. I mean, they just are. In fact, since we don't have anything filtered here, let's just see. And I mean, you can see what I had to do with thermal. I've actually got it going into 3 different places just to get it to keep going as fast as it is. So I think maybe that'll be something to do here as soon as the computer comes back. There we go. Let's put you up. Here's our item conduits right here. Looks like we've got a little bit of stuff to put away. Maybe one more drawer while we're over here too. And we're probably going to need some more pistons. Oh my goodness. Not sure how good we're actually doing on wood right now. I know we're hopefully starting to get a little bit of a backlog on it again, is what I'm hoping. We should be able to get our drawer controller here. Or compacting drawer, I should say. We'll get that dark steel put away. Dark steel, nice. And quantify and lock, sweet. Alright, so with that done, what we should be able to do is take all these away. And ooh, that should be okay, because we're filtering that. We're filtering that in the actual trash can itself, so that should be fine. And so that's probably all we need right there. Now we do need to set you to extract always active. You will be insert. Oops. And you will be insert. Let's see if that definitely appears to be moving. Yeah, you can see how much quicker these are going to be going, and I believe Eventually we'll be able to add speed upgrades to these. There is some spots over here for speed upgrades. So I'm not sure exactly why that recipe for the filter isn't showing up in JEI. See, I might want to go ahead and do something like this. Well, does that speed it up, or does it? Oh yeah, definitely. So we shouldn't have any more problems with that. Let's disconnect these guys. There we go. We can fill the floor back in, hopefully. Did I move those? That is weird. Maybe I dumped them off. I don't remember dumping them off. I mean, I guess I could have. It could have been me. So hopefully we won't see any more backlogging. Those are definitely faster. Yeah. Sweet. That is pretty awesome. Alright, so I think we've done quite a bit this episode. We got a lot of stuff sorted out. We got some tools upgraded. I possibly lost some of my floor. I mean, we did get quite a bit done. We really did. Definitely something to be proud of. I think I'll more than likely be adding some more of these up here. And I did move our ender chest, by the way. I wanted to have access to the side over here, to be able to come in and out. So I moved the ender chest I'm using to share with the other guys over here. It seems to make a little bit more sense. I have access to all the resources right here, and then I can just turn and pop something in there that they might want. So I think that's probably all we have time for today. I did have a lot of fun. I hope you guys had a lot of fun today too. We will be back next time. We'll be doing most likely more stuff with Ender.io. So thanks for stopping by today, guys, and take care.